Hello my friends and welcome back to PlayStation Underground. On today's show we are playing Monster Hunter World, which is which is out now on PS4, man. I am one of your hosts, Ryan Clemens, playing Monster Hunter World with Justin Massengill. Hello, sir.
Hello.
And Kristen Titus.
Oh, hello.
We're in Justin's game today.
We are. This is my sweet son. His name is Chris.
Crispy.
You named this animal, correct?
I did.
Okay. Wait for it. Adorbs.
Yeah, pet the boogie. Okay, now we're gonna pick him up because this is what the game is really
This
all
is
about,
the entirety
honestly.
of Monster
This
Hunter
is
World.
Monster Hunter World.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monster Hunter World, where we can carry around adorable crispy pigs. Yeah, Justin, so the game's been out for a little while, and both you and Kristen have been playing it. We thought we would kick off a little bit of PlayStation Underground live today.
Yeah.
And, we should probably send out some tweets, huh? Kristen, you can start getting
Yeah.
get cracking on that action.
We're a all-encompassing mobile social workforce here.
But anyway, Justin, what do you think, man? So far,
dude, I love Monster Hunter World. This game is so good. I'm about 60 hours in. And I'm nearing the end of the main storyline, but there's still so much to do after you finish that storyline. So I'm really just kind of kicking things off here. Let's do this one. I'm gonna hunt looks like a Rathalos and a Rathian there. You think that makes sense, Kristen?
Yeah, sounds like it'll be a
Let's do it.
fun challenge.
The great thing that I'm, by the way, to our audience, I'm easily the Monster Hunter newbie of the three of us. But with that said, one thing that I've gleaned from watching the game and hearing people talk about it is that this game has a tremendous post-story shelf life. Correct, Justin? It seems like once you get through the story, you have a lot to do still. And,
this is a game that's really defined by its end game. I mean, it's super enjoyable all the way through the story, but I mean, I haven't gotten to the end game in World yet, but based on what I know about Monster Hunter in general, it's very much the kind of game that is designed to be played and played and played for hundreds of hours.
Mm-hmm. Hundreds, you say?
Hundreds of hours.
Not just dozens. Hundreds.
He is not joking, though.
So
you can just sink so much time into this. I was talking to our coworker, Story, that she spent, I think, 9 hours playing it yesterday, and she was like, it flew by.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
that's
just so much fun.
That happens. So we're going to eat a meal, which is maybe one of the coolest animations in video games ever. Here we go.
Oh my god. Look at that master chef at work.
Excuse me, the
Meowster chef at work. Oh my goodness.
And now it's time to chow down.
I love the eating animation. Might be one of my favorite things in this game so far.
So good.
Now here's an honest question.
Yes.
Does the animation of that cooking change, or do they always prepare the same dish for you?
So the farther you get into the game and the more you upgrade the canteen, the more things that you bring to the Meowster chef to upgrade your meals, the animations will get a little bit more intense.
Yeah, that's the
third
one, I think.
Is Meowster chef actually what he's called?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or she's
we
called?
are not joking.
Actually, this guy is the Meowscular chef, I think.
Is it Mouse? Yeah, Meowscular chef.
Meowscular chef.
He makes a lot of protein puns.
Ah.
Yeah. It's all about
it's all about
gains.
them gains.
Yeah. All right, let's stand by for departure. Let's just depart now. Here we go. My my outfit is super ugly right now, so please forgive me. I'm not playing Fashion Hunter right now. I'm trying to have good defense so I don't die on the air.
No, I mean, death on the air is just a part of live streaming. So
yeah, but if it happens over and over, that turns into more of an issue.
Sure. And by the way, obviously, if you're watching us live, welcome. If you are watching this afterwards, hello. We're still playing Monster Hunter.
So
we're probably still playing.
First mistake, I came in here with a full item pouch, so I'm gonna go just dump some stuff here real quick.
Yeah, Justin, walk me through the things that you always need to do and remember when you're setting out on a hunt. What's the beginner's guide for your old pal, Ryan?
First things first, always eat a meal. You never want to go into a hunt without eating a meal like I just did. Try to keep some item slots open because you're going to be picking up all kinds of stuff. But it's good to bring some potions. I bring a max potion to extend my health way out if I need to. Antidotes are good, especially if you're fighting things like a Puke that spits poison at you. Energy drink and well done steak for stamina. Demon powder to up my attack. Flash pods are great for distracting enemies. I'm actually going to bring some traps with me too. We'll see if we can trap a monster or two.
How is the item sorting in this game? Can you sort your items?
You can. You want to see?
Yes, please.
I
Show
actually
me.
did. Actually, I already did. But
okay.
you just click the right stick and it does it.
Everything just gets nice and organized.
Maybe one of my favorite things to do in a video game. Sort your inventory. I know that sounds like the least fun, but as someone who's a little obsessive and maybe a little compulsive, it's quite nice.
Well, this game is here for you, Ryan.
So actually, when you first start, this supply box will have items in it that are tailored to the quest that you're going on. Yeah. So good to just grab all that stuff. And I mean, you can keep them. So if you finish the quest, you can just put those in your inventory, I think, right? Or do they disappear? I don't actually know.
If you don't take them, they just sort of chill there.
Oh, yeah.
They just sort of chill there.
All right. I see some Anjanath footprints. That's not what I'm here for, but if you...
Can always use the research points.
Exactly.
So, do you guys want to describe what research does?
Nope, I think we're good.
So, that's fair. That's fair. You tell me. You guys are the Monster Hunter masters.
Whenever you guys jump into a different world, a different level, there's going to be a bunch of different monsters. It's not just going to be the one that you are there to hunt. And at any point, they can show up. So as you're roaming around, you're going to find footprints. You're going to find like mucus and scratch marks and a bunch of different things for different monsters. So even if you've discovered it before, so you know we've probably discovered an Anjanath before, we don't want to fight it here, but it's still worth it to get those research points because it creates an investigation which is sort of like a side quest later on that you could go and fight an Anjanath for rewards. But two, it's also just helpful for whenever down the line you are hunting for an Anjanath, it will now be much faster to find it because you've already found those clues.
Interesting.
So these guys provoked me. So I killed them.
So they must
Yeah.
Is that what really happened, Justin?
Sorta.
Oh my goodness, right in the jaw.
in the face.
So Justin, you are a hammer wielder.
I am.
Tell me a little bit about, first of all, why did you choose that as sort of the weapon you've specialized in so far?
I didn't put too much thought into which weapon I was going to start with.
That's fair.
When I started the game. Well, because you can, the beauty of this game is you can go back and forth a lot. You can, in between hunts, you can make completely new weapons and you can change your play style at any time. So I went with hammer. It just seemed like a good first choice. I figured these giant monsters, I want something that's going to be able to bash them real hard. Where'd he go? He was on the map. Oh, there he is. He's way over there. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep on walking around until I find some tracks, and my scout flies will help me locate the monsters. But hammer, I have really enjoyed. I've played a few other ones in the meantime. I've tried some of the different swords out. I use the switch axe a lot. But I like hammer because it's actually fairly simple to play. It's all about identifying opportunities and seizing them. Rather than trying to pull off complicated combos. Oh, here we go. We got some Rathalos tracks here.
And
that is one of the monsters.
For.
Yeah. All right, scout flies are on the case.
Yep.
Are you always using scout flies? Is that like the sole way that you track these things?
Yeah,
or
the scout flies
looking
are
for those other clues.
Yeah.
Scout flies are basically just like a HUD element. They're kind of like your waypoints.
Yeah, and then I mean you can also follow the map in the corner. As you can see, it's showing where is this a Rathalos we're going after first?
Yeah.
You can see where it's going to move to because it'll stay
found him.
stationary. Ooh.
Oh, hello.
I'm gonna throw a rock at him.
Ah!
Just so he doesn't fly away.
Oh
I get
my
really
God.
unlucky, and as soon as I find them, they fly to a different location on the map, and then I
no.
have to chase them down. Oh no! He
That-
roared and stunned me. They tend to do that. Ugh.
They definitely do.
I like how I really thought that the hunt itself would last for a long time, but it seems like you went around a corner and saw the monster
I
immediately.
actually got kind of lucky there.
Yeah,
I was
think
going to say,
so.
sometimes it definitely does take time.
Takes a while.
Or like Justin said,
Calico!
you'll know where it is, but then as soon as you get there, it's moved to another place, and you're like, dang it.
Yeah, and the Palico is basically a party member. He helps me fight. He heals me. He's not just kind of like set decoration. Oh, no! You don't take fall damage.
Wait, really?
Really.
Oh, that is blissful. I love that.
Truly.
That
Taking
makes
an
me so
antidote because I
happy.
got poison there. Oh, God.
Oh, he came
Is your
to you.
your
He came to
antidote
you.
looked awfully like a stein of beer, Justin.
Don't judge.
Is that your antidote?
Whatever works.
Is that your antidote in real life, too?
Whatever works, man.
Okay, just checking. Now,
Oh, come on.
Justin, forgive.
Not good. Not
forgive
good.
the critique.
Oh, I'm stunned. No, you got to wiggle the left stick if you get stunned.
Forgive the. You're also on fire.
And my cat woke me, snapped me out of that. Thank you, kitty.
It seems as if it is not super effective to fight a flying monster with a very short-range weapon.
You know, that's an astute observation. You're absolutely correct.
but
that's also part of the challenge.
But I appreciate your stubbornness and your willingness to stick to your guns.
On second thought,
stick
maybe
to your hammers.
On second thought, maybe Rathalos was not the right pick for this hunt. But we're gonna do our best, you know, because that's all you can really do in life.
Oh, I love that. One of the things that I like most about Monster Hunter is sort of the exaggerated emoting that all the hunters do when things are happening.
Like when I'm running away.
I love it. And the slapping his face awake. I mean, this guy was just on fire.
Yeah.
And it's like he's putting aftershave on or something.
No
it's
fear.
really quite, it's quite miraculous.
No fear in Monster Hunter.
You put on that ghillie suit. I don't know how effective that's going to be.
This is actually the Vitality Mantle. The ghillie Mantle is the one that makes you invisible.
I see.
There we go.
Oh.
That's what I was going for.
Oh, now you on it. Okay, so now you guys become best friends, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So
this is just a long hug.
the goal here is to
a
knock
long,
it.
uncomfortable hug.
The goal here is to deal damage to this guy. I'm mashing triangle, but he's going to try and knock me off. When the screen turns red like that, that means I'm in danger of being knocked off of him. So I'm going to switch to a different part of his body.
Okay.
There we go.
Got it.
Knock him
And
down.
then the
So
goal
now I
in
can
general for
do-
this is to knock him down like this to then deal extra damage.
Yep.
Now, Justin, you've been playing this game for, you said, between 50, 60 hours.
Yeah.
But you're only doing like 39 damage in a hit. I thought you'd be doing 9,999 damage by now.
No, not quite.
Okay. This is Monster Hunter.
Oh, there we go. Ugh.
Your Palico is doing some work also.
Yep, yep.
I would say the damage doesn't quite go up as extensive. I mean, there was a 93 hit right there, 143.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't quite get up to the 1,000.
Yeah, so some
least that I've
RPGs,
seen.
some RPGs like to really get those damage numbers up there. This one seems like it keeps things to a perhaps a more legible level.
Yeah.
All right, I'm getting some good hits on this guy, and when I'm focusing on his head there, that's because the hammer is really good at if you hit him in the head, it's good at dazing.
Ah, I see.
Dazing him and knocking him down, and then I can do more combos.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Oh, man, and our Rathian is here too. Wow, look at that. Okay, I'm just going to go down here. So they'll probably actually be fighting each other.
Nope.
Maybe. Maybe. There he is.
It looks like the Rathian wants to fight, but the Rathalos is still thinking about you.
Both members of the Wrath family. Is that the pig that you had with you at the camp?
No, it is not.
That would be great, though, if you could bring your Poogie in.
Poogie. But yeah, this is just one of the best parts of this game, though. I love when another monster just shows up and is like, time to get wrecked.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, time to get wrecked. Boom.
Ow. Poison.
Hammer.
Man, I'm going to run out of antidotes.
Remember, kids, always come prepared.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing, too, is at any point, Justin could leave this battle and just run around and try to find other materials if he needed to look for, you know, the flower that helps to create antidotes.
Okay. Can you craft well out in the field, Kristen?
Yeah, you sure can.
So, Kristen, well, Justin, I want Justin to focus on this.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about, like, how the RPG of this RPG works, like the leveling, you know, weapon creation.
Yeah, so everything is sort of based on your hunter rank, which is determined by how many, like, actual main story quests that you're doing. So there are a lot of optional quests, there are a lot of investigation style quests and events, but if you really want to focus on leveling up in that way, you're going to want to go with the main story quests.
I see.
And then from there, it sort of completely depends on what you decide to wear, what you decide to fight with. So Justin is using the hammer here. Oh, very nice. Jump on it again. For my character, I use dual blades, which is also a short range, but the tactics that you go, so Justin would go for the head here, whereas I sort of start with the legs and then just work my way around and like tuck and roll everywhere that I can. It's much more, you know, short jabbing motion.
Yeah, I tried dual blades, and it's so much different. You're not getting like hits that do 30, 40, 97 damage.
It's a lot of small hits, but if you do them fast enough, they very much add up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then as you're fighting different monsters, you start to get the materials for them. And you can build different armor sets, and so from there you can upgrade your armor to sort of level up your defense or level up your offense depending on what you would like to do. You can wear different armor sets depending on who you're going to fight. So if you knew one of them was resistant to fire, you would maybe want to make sure that your weapon that you're bringing is something that's going to deal elemental damage.
So you can't change weapons in the field. You can just craft.
Correct.
So
I could go back to camp, though, and inside my tent I can change my equipment.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And is the camp in the field, or is that back in town?
It's in the field. So
is.
so
Okay.
when you spawn during a quest, there are usually a couple of different campsites around the map. So you can go back at any time. There's like a mini canteen that there's a much smaller animation of just one little palico making you dinner. And
In the field chefs, those are the real heroes.
Truly.
And then so every
This
time
is not
Justin's
good.
swinging his hammer, it's not like he's earning hammer experience points. It's
No.
all based on your hunter rank.
Yes.
And does the equipment itself level up, or is it just the hunter rank and then you're finding new and better equipment?
So it's that you have to create new and better equipment based on the materials that you find in the field.
Right. Okay.
So this hammer, there's a whole tree that we might have time to go back and show you guys, that you start off with just a basic material. So it might be bone, it might be steel, something like that. And then from there, you add on elemental damage based
I knocked them both down.
if you fought a monster that has fire damage. By gaining their materials, you might then get extra fire damage if you create that type of hammer. And it just goes forward from there. And then as you go farther in the game, there starts to be higher ranked monsters. There are tempered monsters. There are just a couple. There's elder dragons that have even more advanced parts.
What?
Yeah. So as you get farther, the armor sets get more intricate. The material or the weapons you can make are more intricate.
This episode of Underground was a mistake, because I'm just going to want to go play Monster Hunter, which
This is all I've
not-
been doing for the past couple weeks.
not
Join
going to
us,
be
Ryan.
good. I really, really just can't afford to get lost again in another game. And here's another thing that when we did the last episode of Underground featuring Monster Hunter Kristen, we were talking about how I don't think that the monsters have traditional health bars. You're just following visual cues,
Correct.
right?
Yeah. So you never really at any given time know exactly what their health is going to be. You kind of have to go based on the visual cues of what they are doing. So for some of the
Right.
flying monsters, you'll notice that earlier on in the battle, they'll just take off. They will get up in the air, and as you fight them a little bit more, they'll start to get grounded more often, and then eventually they'll reach a point where they start to limp. That's when you know that you're starting to get towards the end.
Yeah, I think I actually, the Rathalos, you can see on the mini-map, there's a little skull coming off of him. That means he's close to
He's
death.
close to death.
Which means it's a great opportunity for me to try and trap him. I'm going to try and capture him.
Oh, nice. Justin,
Take him
what's
alive.
or Justin or Kristen, the little P12 points that was under the item that Justin just grabbed, or right, P10 points
Where are my
right there
trank bombs?
on the right side
Oh
of the
no,
screen?
do I not have
Oh,
trank
I
What
bombs?
that is?
Oh, you don't have trank bombs in it?
No! Oh man, terrible mistake. Okay, well I'm going to have to take him out. Sorry, bud.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, Mr. Dragon Man.
You're good. So for the question that you just had, those points refer to research points.
Oh,
so
it's part of research.
It's part of research.
Holy smokes, what is happening here?
Get out the way.
It's
Justin.
happening!
Oh,
Where am I? Oh,
my
God.
goodness.
Ugh.
What is going on? Holy.
Oh, slayed the Rathalos with that landslide.
Wow, look at that. Man, that worked out really well. Okay, now we just got to take out the Rathian.
Just
Wow.
jump from there.
Yeah. Let's see if there are any parts that broke off or anything. All right, here we go. Woo!
I was not expecting that giant landslide.
Oh, didn't quite hit him.
So yeah, that's the great part about the different environments, is that there are certain elements that if they get hit, they will absolutely take down the monster. They will, stun them, they'll knock them down, and it's very strategic of if you know that you're near an area that you could, knock down that rock or knock down, create a landslide. It, as you can see, it can be very helpful.
So now I'm carving some parts off of this Rathalos. I'm going to take some of his skin and make a hat out of it.
Jeez.
That's Monster Hunter
A
World.
little disturbing, but so I guess such is the price to pay for more equipment.
I mean,
and
that's what he
armor.
gets for having like a really weaponizable body. Look at all those spikes.
Look at all those things. So Ryan, to answer your question earlier,
Oh, yes.
so on top of, finding their tracks and their clues, while you're fighting them, you will also get some research points based on how you break off certain parts. And it's basically you learning as a hunter how to defeat this monster again in the future. So when you head back to base camp, one of the advisors there's like a whole round table of different people. That one is a biologist, one is like the commander of everything, and one of them is sort of a research person. That they have this booklet that is, as you fight the different monsters and you learn these different skills and learn where to hit them, what deals the most damage, you can then go back to this book and ahead of time go research the different monsters and say, oh, okay, I'm going to go fight a Rathalos again. Now, what have I learned from the previous fight, so that you can be prepared going back in.
I'm picking up some trank bombs.
This game seems like it rewards preparedness and research and thoughtful planning. It's the perfect game for a project manager.
Actually, I don't think I have any trank bombs. No.
Do you have parashrooms and sleep herbs?
Sleep herbs. Sleep herbs are the ones that I was... Oh, wait, there we go. There's some.
Go.
Yeah, I ran out of those before. Parachroom.
There's some? Okay.
So I'll craft some of those.
So you should be able to craft with those.
I'm going to put some stuff away while we're here.
I like your big, ridiculous helmet that you're wearing, Justin.
I like that.
Both in real life and in the game.
Yeah, sadly we don't have a video feed in here, but it's impressive, I promise.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how your Palico is sitting?
Yes, look at it.
Hey.
So cute. All right.
Okay,
We're ready
now
to
I have
go.
some stuff to craft some traps, so we'll just go crafting list, and trank bomb is what I'm looking for. So what I did is I accidentally turned all my trank bombs into trank ammo. Because I was just blindly crafting a bunch of stuff. So it's actually important that you pay attention to what you're crafting rather than just like hitting, yeah, sure, I'll make everything.
So the reason that we're building out these trank bombs and why we weren't able to trap the monster earlier is that, so there are two options when you're going into a quest. You can either just completely hunt and slay the monster, which is what ended up happening with our Rathalos.
Yep.
Rest in peace. Or you can go in and wait to the point where he starts to limp. Wait until you start to see that little skull signal, and then that's when you can go in. You hit them with some sort of trap. It could be, a pitfall trap, a shock trap, whatever sort of captures them in that way. And then you got to hit them with the trank bombs to make them fall asleep.
Yeah, usually takes like two tranks.
Yeah.
Oh, hello,
to
little
capture.
tree lizard creatures.
And then by doing that, you're, instead of slaying the monster, you're bringing it back to the headquarters so that it can be researched off this to the side, just soundly asleep and hopefully not about to wake up
and destroy the entire
everything.
camp. Yeah.
I think about that every time. I'm like, if only this woke up.
Yeah. So
It seems like this map of this area is super interconnected and complex. Is this just one section of the playable spaces you have?
Yeah. So we're in the ancient forest right now. And each different area, if you look at the map, you'll see that the sections are even numbered. Oh my God.
Justin! Good grief, sir. Oh, gosh. Oh, it's terrible.
Just gotta make sure. I need his parts.
Justin, that made me very upset.
Sorry, maybe Ryan wasn't the best choice to host this episode.
I'm sorry, Kristen. Please continue.
No, you're fine. So you'll see on the map there's different quadrants that'll be these different numbered areas that sort of makes it easier for you to remember, like, oh, if I need a certain herb, I remember that was in quadrant 12 or something like that. They're also different heights. So we're at the ground level right now, but when we were originally fighting that Rathalos and Rathian, we were at the highest point. So the monster may be right above you on the map, and you'll see it right there, and it'll have a number that says either now
you
it
can
says...
see the mini-map. It's a plus 140,
So he's up in the air somewhere.
I see. Very nice.
So it'll let you know if you need to go up or down.
Kristen, when you did that original recording with me for Underground, did you think you would be spending this much time with Monster Hunter?
I got a really good feel
you got
for
that
it.
sense?
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I've mentioned in previous episodes before and on the blogcast, I'm not a big multiplayer person, but this game is so delightful to play with friends.
Kristen, I don't think we've played together yet.
I don't think we have either. I haven't been playing it in a couple days because I've been doing that Final Fantasy, but we definitely should get back together. I've played with Sori a bunch.
Oh yeah, I played with Sori over the weekend too.
Yeah. But
she's like way out there.
Oh yeah.
She's very good at this game.
We both finished the main quest around the same time.
Oh nice. Yeah, you're everybody's a lot further along in the game than I am. I still haven't finished
You
the
were a
story.
busy boy with some
Yeah.
other stuff, Justin.
Yeah.
Which
yeah,
is
you know.
which is totally fine though, because we can absolutely still play with you. So when you do play multiplayer, if you guys are different hunter ranks, what would happen is that whoever in the group is the lowest hunter rank, they can't advance to a quest that say me or Sori might have on our docket, but we could join you for the lower level one. So we would choose one that Justin's character could take part in, and then we would all run in together with our squad.
Now, is that really, I mean, is that super helpful to just come rolling in with a ultra decked out crew that's over leveled, or is there...
So the good thing is that it will sort of adjust the monster to fit everyone in the group. So it's aware that there are multiple people instead of just one player.
Right.
So it's actually still makes it a bit of a challenge. I remember we were playing with someone once that they had just started the game. We were doing like the very first quest, and it actually made it a little bit difficult because me and Sori and a couple other people were there.
And that first monster just gave you a rip-roaring time. Oh,
Get 'em.
man. Justin, you were just really laying it on the winged creatures.
Oh, I
nice.
guess he was close to being
death.
Yeah.
See that? Look at how easy that was.
Whew, yeah. That wasn't too bad. I mean, that's also I didn't go for one of the high rank quests because I didn't want to embarrass myself on the air. So there's much more difficult options available to me right now.
Do we want to maybe do one more hunt after you go back to camp? What do you think?
Let's go back to camp and we'll see what we can do. See if we can make any stuff out of these monster parts we just got, and then we'll see how we're feeling.
All right.
Oh no, I don't need.
That's a
his
big old maybe.
Just killed his egg for good measure. I don't want any of his kids to come seeking vengeance or anything.
Goodness gracious, Justin, this is brutal here.
All's fair in love and Monster Hunter.
This is your last chance to
just gather any other stuff in the area. Yeah.
Are you taken out of the thing automatically? The map?
Yeah, you can choose to either stay in the map or to go back to HQ. I like to go back to HQ because I like to see if there's any new stuff I can make. So yeah, here's all the stuff that took us 22 minutes. Not bad.
Yeah, very
Slaying
nice.
2 giant flying creatures.
Yeah, that was great. Good job, bud.
So here are all the different pieces that I got. Oh, I got a commendation. Palico found some stuff for me too.
The Palico did. 0 faints.
Yeah, I didn't pass out at all. Look at me, I'm the
Your
best.
Palico has a level as well.
Yeah, and that's
Okay.
more of a traditional level up kind of thing. He just kind of gains experience as you complete hunts.
And you only have access to one Palico, right?
So you as the player can only have one companion, but the cool thing is that while you're doing quests, if you wander around the map, if you notice that there's a Palico icon, it will be that there's either a randomly generated Palico that is there to help you. They're called tail riders. Raiders? I can't
Tail
remember.
riders,
Tail
I think?
riders, I
Yeah.
think. Or if you have shared your guild card with another player. So a guild card is sort of just this like stats card that says, where you are in the game, what weapons you're using. Justin's about to pull his up. If you share that with another player, their Palico, their Palico will now become available to you as a tail rider. So if Justin and I were, online at different times, if we've shared our guild card with each other, Sir, what's your
Sir Scratchley.
Sir Scratchley might show up on my map and then help me with a quest, even though Justin's not online.
Ooh, login bonus. I didn't get my login bonus today. Let's get that.
Ooh.
Voucher. 3 energy drinks, I'll take it. Now the vouchers, you get one every day you log in, and if you use one before you go on a quest, I believe it just doubles the amount of money that you get when you complete that quest.
When do you get the free sandwich?
I don't think there's any such thing as a free sandwich. You still got to pay the Meowscular chef, but he'll make you some sweet food. All right, let's go to the Argosius.
Oh wait, before you do anything else, you gotta go pet your Pookie.
Where's the Poogie? Where's Chris? Where is he?
Chris P.
Christopher
Pumpernickel.
Pumpernickel, I like it. I'll go with that.
So we
Great.
were actually briefly before we started recording, I was talking about Poogies, and I was hushed and told to wait until we were recording.
No one hushed you. You were celebrated for talking about cookies.
I don't know where Chris is. Oh, there he is.
So you may notice
There
your
you are,
Poogie,
you little rascal.
Your little Poogie will start out in this cute little pajama set, striped outfit. Oh, he loves you so much.
Yay! Should I show the people what happens if you fail the little minigame there?
No, because I want you to be able to do what I'm about to show you.
Oh.
So there are actually multiple outfits that this Poogie can wear, but first you have to find them.
Oh.
So when you come back from every quest, you can only do this immediately after a quest. So after finding one, you're not going to be able to find another item. But if you pick up your Poogie and wander around this area with him, I would recommend going up towards the round table with the commander.
Oh, my sweet baby.
If you hold him and just run around to different parts of Astera, at some point your DualShock is going to give a little shake, and that's going to tell you that there's an item that your Poogie's going to be able to pick up.
Where's the commander at again?
Go to your left.
There he is.
Yeah.
Look at that beautiful moon.
So sometimes it might just be an item like a potion or an antidote, something like that. But sometimes I think if you go up to the first banner,
you
you feel
doing
something?
it.
Feel
Yeah.
something? So
Do I just put him down?
put him down.
Oh, look, he's freaking out. Look at him.
Put him down. He's trying to tell you something.
What's that, boy?
Oh, I had no idea that you could do this. Oh, look at him
Justin's
So
mind is blown.
Just digging under those
He's so
floorboards.
cute.
This is the quality content that you came to see.
And now he has a new outfit.
What?
So if you open up his little dialogue, go down to change clothes.
Yes.
Whoa! Yes! Are you kidding
Oh
me?
my goodness.
That
Okay, what?
is
I
beautiful.
give you this tip because this is the only costume I've been able to find, but I know that there are other ones. I've seen other people's Poogies with many different outfits. I want to say that there's maybe 5, but make sure that you're picking up your Poogie, you guys, and wandering around. You never know what you may find.
Sweet baby. Oh, I love it. He's so cute. Look at him. Oh my
Little
goodness.
Poogs.
That might be one of the best
Look at him run away.
pig outfits I've ever seen, and I've certainly seen a lot of them.
Thanks, little Poogie bud. We're gonna
Yeah.
just put a bunch of stuff on you and make you carry it around now.
No, he's so happy.
He does look very happy.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's,
that's
you know.
great. So wait, does he have to? Do you have to pet him a certain amount of times to
So
make him happy enough?
when you've reached that point that you're at where little hearts sort of erupt after you've pet him correctly, you
Yeah.
have to make sure that you've pet him a couple times, you've done it right. He'll sort of become your friend at that point and become attached to you, and that's when he will start to show you where items are if you pick him up and
see.
run around.
So here's this. The smithy here is kind
Smithy?
of like the core of the Monster Hunter experience. This is where you're gonna come after you get a bunch of sweet monster parts, and you can make a ton of different armor sets and weapons out of those monsters. So this is all the high rank stuff. There's a once you get to a certain point in the story, you unlock high rank missions, and then that unlocks this whole separate kind of tree of armor here. So let's see. I could make a lava sloth helmet. That actually would be an upgrade for me. Oh no, it wouldn't. Would it? Let's see.
So Ryan, you were asking how intensely can we customize things? As you can see,
Seems
Yeah.
pretty intensely.
Mhm.
It's nuts. This game is madness. Let's look at some of the full
Madness.
armor sets. So if I had enough, I could make,
Yeah.
full helm,
the best part is it
chest,
lets you
arms,
preview
all.
these outfits,
Yeah.
and so you can see his little fashion show, see what you would look like.
So this is base level, like when you start the game, you're wearing the leather stuff. You can also start with chainmail. But
What
as
were you going for with your hunter's look,
I don't
Justin? I
know.
really want to know.
Originally, I
You-
tried to make him look kind of roughly similar to me, but he ended up just looking super generic. So I decided to give him a little more flair with like the goatee and the long hair and stuff. So I don't know.
Usually Justin is playing like a female cat person.
In
So
Final Fantasy,
when
yeah,
I saw this goateed, long-haired buff man, I thought to myself, Justin certainly would never play a character like
I
this.
do kind of wish I could go back and make it a female character because I think a lot of the armor sets look cooler on
you
the
know,
female
you could
characters.
just start a second run through.
Oh,
and
don't give me that. There's no way. Yeah, another 3,000 hours. So let's see. Once you start killing... Oh, King Beetle. What's that one? Yo! Check that out. Oh, man. I need to go kill some beetles.
How
but
many
yeah.
beetles would you have to
Oh wait,
kill
show
for
the
that?
moss wine.
Yeah.
So this
is
is
just a
that
helmet.
pig
Oh.
that you had asked about, Ryan.
Good
Look at
gravy.
the physics on the nose there. Boing, 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 boing.
As discussed before this recording, I'm deeply disturbed by that nose on that mask.
So let's see. Then we get into some of the more interesting stuff once you get actual monster parts. That one's pretty cool. Oh, I like this one.
Yeah.
Whoa. Cool. Now, is that just a mustache?
It's
like
based on the
antenna.
horn antenna of this one creature that I never know how to pronounce its name. So me and my fiance call him tzatziki sauce.
Tzatziki sauce,
Because
yeah.
it's like
Teriyaki.
tzatziki or something
Yeah.
like that.
You kill a teriyaki and you get the stuff.
Not
But
correct.
yeah, he has these two antennae on the top of his head that at certain points will open up into like a fan, and they will blast a light at you that will stun you. So you always want to make sure you get behind him before
Check
he
this
does
guy
that.
out. The Baroth. Pretty
Oh my
cool.
gosh.
Giant armor set. Let's see, what are some of the good ones? Kadachi ones.
Yeah,
Probably looks better on a female.
I love the Toby Kadachi one for the Palico.
Oh yeah, we'll look
That's
at some Palico ones after this. Rathian stuff looks good. Barnos, it's actually just a chest piece, but
Ooh, cool.
oh man, what does the skill do for that one? Nullifies heat damage. That's very good.
Very helpful.
Yeah.
And Slugger.
Zora Magdaros set. Once you break enough pieces off of that,
Whoa.
pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
High metal looks ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Looks like I'm about to venture into a volcano.
Every time I had a Zora Magdaros quest, I like spent so much time just like mining stuff on him. Did you do that?
Yeah, I actually did a ton of that.
Okay, I'm just making sure it wasn't just
Kristen
me.
feels the judgmental eyes.
Okay, here we go. Boom!
Yes!
Whoa.
That's the real one right there.
Faux
I need to-
feline.
I think I need to go take out some Paolumus to get the pieces for that. I can make some fashionable spectacles for my character.
I love how
What
it's called strategist.
Yeah.
So what strategic benefit do those red horn rim
Oh,
glasses provide
Look
you?
at how cool that looks.
That looks crazy.
That looks
That's
so cool.
I think that's the one I really want to make. I'm gonna. Can you? I think you can. Yeah, add
I
it
was
to a
gonna say,
wish
add
list.
it to your
yeah.
wish list.
So I can already make the helmet. So I'm gonna add the rest.
So this wish list function
Oh,
is
I already
that
have it
you
on my wish
can
list,
you
I
can
think.
set certain armor or weapon sets onto your wish list, and then as you're out in the world fighting, as you get the materials that would then add to this armor set, a little notification will pop up that says like, hey, you've started to gather the things that you would need for
Awesome.
this set.
Let's look at some Palico outfits real quick, because why wouldn't
I
we?
can think of no better way to end the show than with Palico armor, I suppose.
So I could make a
Death.
death outfit. That's adorable, right? Cute little Reaper.
Justin, I don't know if you can answer this question without spoiling anything.
Oh my god.
Do you fight death in this game?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
I don't know if that becomes a thing. I don't think. Where did I even get the? Oh, the Sinister Claws. Those are just like a random drop after I did certain optional missions, I think.
Yeah, so some of these come from the monsters that you fight. Some of them will come from like much lower ranked like bugs. So that one of those beetle armors was just from a bug. And then some of them are just based on like the bones that you find in certain areas.
I love the Ladybug
Well,
one. It's one of my
Ladybug.
favorites.
Ladybug. Yes.
Yeah.
So we've featured this
Little
armor set
astronaut cap.
before.
Previous episode.
Launched that little guy into space.
What was the one we really liked? The Kadachi
Toby
one?
Kadachi,
Yeah, there it
yes.
is.
Every
Look,
time.
Look at how cute he is.
Every
Looks
time.
perfect
Oh.
for buffalo weather that I
Oh.
grew up in.
So yeah, I mean that's kind of the crux of the game. Oh yeah, let me show off the weapon tree real quick because that's intimidating. So you can, I have this hammer I'm using right now. You can go upgrade any of your pieces of gear. The armor is more traditional, like you put armor spheres into it and it levels up. But the weapons each have their own giant, intimidating upgrade tree here.
Oh yes.
You can make a bunch of different kind of base weapons, and then you can upgrade those to a certain point where they kind of split off and go down to different trees based on different creatures, and you need parts from each creature to be able to upgrade them.
Yeah, and once you've gone to a certain tree, like if you start out with a hammer and then you decide, oh, I'm going to go to the Puke Puke tree, you've sort of set yourself into that level, so then you would have to make a new hammer. And so at any given time, you'll probably have, so Justin might have like 5 different hammers that have been built out onto different trees.
I've got a thunder hammer, a blast hammer, and I think just like a raw damage hammer. So yeah, you can make a lot of crazy weapons. And this is just the hammer tree. There are, what, like a dozen different weapons that you can...
There are 14 different weapons you can choose from.
Goodness. And each one has their own giant tree like this. So you're starting to see where the end game comes into play. I haven't even unlocked the full tree, so...
And I was about to say that, but you always, the hammer is always that tree, correct? It's not like
Yes.
individual hammers have different trees. It's that the
No.
class itself of hammer has that tree.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
And there's so much more in-depth stuff like decorations that we could talk about. I'm not going to get into all that, though. Yeah, it's a heck of a game. Like I said, I'm about, we probably hit the 60-hour mark during this live stream, so.
Congratulations. So just shoot confetti off.
milestone.
So we are almost done with our program. So
Let's just eat one more meal.
I was
just
gonna
for
say
good measure.
maybe just one more meal.
just one more
Just one
meal. And
Play us out.
Kristen, any final thoughts before we have our delicious meal?
Just that 60 hours, but it's a 60 hours well spent in this game.
It feels like 20.
Yeah, it flies by because it really is just, there's an insane amount of customization that you can do, and I've never been bored while playing it.
Yep.
The monsters are always fun. Playing with friends is always fun. Highly recommend Monster Hunter World.
Great. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. We're going to let us end on another meal. I'm Ryan Clements, Justin Massengill, and Kristen Titus here with PlayStation Underground, playing Monster Hunter World, which, if you could not guess, is available now. We will see you next time on PlayStation Underground.